In February 2022, we captured a male lynx cliff in Kočevska region in Slovenia. In the time of the capture, he was approximately 5 to 6 years old. He weighed 24 kilograms, and his body and head length was 108 centimeters, tail length 20 centimeters, front legs 64 centimeters, and hind legs 75 centimeters. His coat pattern is dotted, but otherwise you can also have rosettes or without. The meaning of ear tufts has not been yet discovered. There are some hypotheses, but none of them have been confirmed yet. We have captured Cliff with the purpose of giving him a color with GPS locator and ear audio logger, so a recorder which would record every sound he makes. And it was on him for a month and a half before the batteries died. We were the first in the history of any research that did that with lynxes. We did it with Eurasian lynx, and we wanted to know how vocal are lynxes and solitary cats. So we could track him also because he had a GPS locator. So those are his footprints. And because his specific type of feeding, we can also go to his prey locations. So this was from one of the prey locations where you can see where he had the prey and where he was lying. So basically lynxes have this specific form of feeding that when they capture a prey, because it's much bigger than them, they can go back for the prey for 4 to 5 days. So in that case, we go to the location of GPS clusters and we put up audio mods. This is on the picture. So this is an audio recorder which records every noise in the proximity of the prey, and we put up cameras to monitor the prey. In my master thesis, we used audio mod recordings and the recordings from his color and some other recordings from automatic cameras. This is Lynx Cliff with the color itself on his prey. In the beginning, they set up cameras on the prey to monitor feeding behavior of the lynxes and to see what other animals come to the prey. They also found out that more than one lynx can come to the prey. Usually it's male and female. So usually the male or female calls another lynx to come to eat. They don't know why yet. We can also caught on camera scavengers which feed on lynx's prey. In this case, it was a brown bear. In this video, I had a roe deer and I tied it up on the tree. This is a standard procedure so that the animals that come to feed on the prey don't drag it away and would be out of the sight of camera. And in this case, I tied it really well so he couldn't pull it away, which I'm very proud of. Yeah, but this is really common behavior that the bears find the prey and steal it from the lynx. So they have to catch another one, another roe deer or anything else. Other scavengers can also be crows, foxes, wolves, and so on. After all the collection of data, somebody had to go through all the data, and that was me. And it took me some time because it was almost 700 hours of audio recordings. So, lynxes have 10 to 12 types of calls, but we only focused on long-distance calls, which have high amplitude, and they use them when there are no other lynxes around. In the period of 1 month and a half that we had a collar on Cliff, we recorded 1,449 series of calls. And we calculated that in 1 year that could be around 3,000 series or 28,000 calls per series, which is a huge number for a solitary cat. To compare it with lions, which are vocal animals, they have less vocalization. So that you can know what is call. One red line is a call, and usually there are like 10 calls in a series, approximately. Those high amplitude calls can be heard kilometers away in the forest, and in our research we discovered that most of them are in the time of the mating season, so in February and March, and before that in December and January. Weather also has an effect, so when it's raining or it's windy, they don't vocalize that much. And this is a recording of the calls that I'm talking about all the time now. Shortly about my master thesis and the research on lynxes we did. As first ones in the world, we did a research about vocalization of lynxes in the wild. I hope you liked it, that you learned something new. I wish I had more videos from the field work, but usually I had bloody hands and you had to be really quick, so you don't disturb too much. So yeah, it is what it is. I hope you still liked it. I hope you learned something new, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.